largest. You guys know, 2 minutes late. You know what? My mom told me when I was a kid, I wanted to go to a friend's birthday party. And I said, Mom, it's time to go. And she said, you don't ever show up to a party on time. You got to be casually late. So on the channel, we're always casually late, as you guys know. But guys, we got big news today. If you like money in crypto, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, smash the like button. We got some big news from Goldman Sachs. Bitcoin is pumping, but a bunch of people got liquidated overnight, including myself. I didn't get liquidated, but I did get stopped out twice yesterday. But I am locked in a good trade today. Unfortunately, I'm catching up from my losses from yesterday. So, you know, we're making 2 steps forward, 1 step back here, slowly but surely. But you know what we haven't had? We haven't had just a rocket in a long time to where Bitcoin goes up for a week or so. That's when you make a lot of the money when you're long in Bitcoin. So trying to play our cards right, trying to get in the mood for that, if you will. We got some gigantic news in the NFT industry today. I want to tell you guys about, and I think you're gonna like it. This is a super secret project that a lot of people do not know. It is by one of the biggest cryptocurrencies out there. It's a new coin now moving over to Polkadot. Can't wait to tell you guys about that a little bit later. We are going to be taking a look at some Bybit trades. Goldman Sachs doing some crazy stuff. We're going to be taking a look at Ethereum still bullish. What's going on with ETH? We will take a look at the chart for Ethereum. I'm going to go ahead in the background here and have that pulled up so I can look at what Ethereum's doing right now because, frankly, it's turning me on. Trying to get that thing over $2,000 would be nice. Right now it's sitting at 1847, Bitcoin at 59,000. So seems to be a pretty exciting day. And I don't know. I just feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe this week things are a little bit different. Is today the last day of the month? It is. Right. Tomorrow, April 1st, we know traditionally the beginning of the months have been really good, so we're going to be taking a look at that. Also, just kind of looking at the markets. So let's go ahead and jump in here first. As always, guys, 730,000 subscribers to the channel. We appreciate all you guys tremendously. The BitSquad is what makes this community the best, and we see it. We see other communities that are jealous of what we have here. They're jealous of what you and I have together here, BitSquad. We love each other so much. Guys, so thank you for that. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our other channels. Hit Network, we're approaching 90,000 there. And then New Money Gang, 26,000. We made our first dollars with the New Money Gang YouTube channel. So excited to share that with you guys next week. And then this week for New Money Gang, we got an exciting episode with Bear Dellinger, a influencer, if you will. I think a lot of you guys are going to like her for sure. She was definitely pretty nice. All right, guys, we also have some merch. If you guys didn't know, we do have our merch store. We're working on building that out. We had a little bit of a problem with our Lambo shirts, so we did an alternative because they did not let us use the Lamborghini logo, which probably did not surprise me. Surprised some other people. But
didn't surprise me either.
It didn't surprise you either?
No.
Because you told me you thought it was going to be okay.
No, I didn't think it was going to be okay. But I figured let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah, but we got a bulldog with some horns on it. And, guys, I love bulldogs. So it's perfect. I got some, and I cheer for bulldogs. It is what it is. You guys can head on over to our merch page, support the channel. Our boy JW at the gym yesterday showed up to the gym. This is a funny story.
Yeah.
So we're at the gym yesterday, me and TJ. We got a personal trainer we work out with, Shelby. Shout out to Shelby. You guys tell we're getting like real big and swole right now. I don't know if y'all can tell, okay? But we're there working out, and JW, he's a guy over at the gym. He comes and walks over to us, and you know he's got a BitBoy Crypto shirt on. He bought the shirt from the merch store, which is pretty cool. So we're walking out of the gym, or back to the locker room, and a guy stops him and says, "Hey man, are you into crypto?" And I'm right there walking. He didn't even know I was there. You know, he may not know who we are. I have no idea, but I thought it was real funny. Like he's wearing my merch shirt. And the guy approaches him, and we're over here, I don't know, largest crypto channel on the interwebs, you know, no big deal. But anyways, that was pretty funny. So, also, guys, I do want to, we want to do something on Twitter. What did we want to do on Twitter today?
Portnoy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy. What do we want to do? Do we want to retweet that thing and ask the people to come retweet it?
Sure. I mean, he was saying, basically, he did a clip yesterday talking about the reason. Oops.
Did you know he's not verified on Twitter either?
Wow.
How ridiculous is that? He's got 2.4 million.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, man.
But yeah, basically he was saying the reason he didn't hold all his Bitcoin and ended up selling and having paper hands is because the Winklevoss twins' explanation to him was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And when they came to explain Bitcoin to him, and they were talking about Elon Musk mining gold and it raining down from the skies. He was lost, and so he didn't understand it, so he sold. So I thought you could explain it to him like a regular dude, and just let's talk.
Dude to dude.
Right.
Me and Dave, we're regular guys.
I think you and
we
Dave,
both like having enemies.
Right.
I mean, we both like sports. We like pizza. Like, Dave, what's the deal here? Why are we not boys?
So you and Dave are probably a lot more alike than Dave and the Winklevoss twins.
For sure.
Right.
100%. Yeah. So anyways, guys, make sure you're following us on Twitter. We got 224.4 thousand followers over there. But let's go ahead. Let's retweet this here. I'm going to retweet this here. You guys all come over to my page and retweet this. Y'all get Dave. Let's get Dave on the show. Dave, come on the show, and I can explain Bitcoin hashtag Bitcoin to you like a regular guy.
If you guys think that'd be a good interview, go and like and retweet.
Yeah, like and retweet if you want to see at Stool Presidente, not Stool Presidente on the show. What we should do? We should get Dave to do some NFTs, man. That's what we should do. We should bring Dave and talk Bitcoin with him. Let's get him in some NFTs. Let's get some Barstool NFTs going. We can even get a Michael Rappaport NFT going for him with the clown. If you guys didn't know what that whole thing's about, basically Michael Rappaport got into a big argument with them about, apparently he was working for Barstool Sports. He said they didn't pay him, whatever. I don't know they made a clown shirt of Michael Rappaport, and he sued him, and he lost. And so now,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So the picture choice is assault. They were saying, I don't want to get into the whole thing because I don't know Michael Rappaport. I don't want to get into all that with him. But I followed the thing and I was reading it. It's pretty petty.
It was. I watched the clip of him talking to the attorney in the deposition.
I saw that too,
and that was great.
I love it. I'm telling you, me and Dave are a lot alike.
You are.
I love the fact he goes at people and things like. We've actually got. So Dave Portnoy has. What TJ? Explain to people what he does when his enemies fall.
So when there's somebody that like publicly bashes him or Barstool or anything like that, like just somebody that he sets up as like, I want to crush this person, I want to beat this person no matter what. He gets etched champagne bottles that he keeps in his office with their name on it, and whenever Barstool passes it or eclipses it in a significant way, and he can put that to bed, he goes and pops the bottle and,
Pop the bottle. No, we don't drink on the channel. It's good if you do. I don't. So I don't want to do some champagne. I don't want to do a cigar. But I'll tell you this. We're working on something big. We're working on something that's going to be really cool. It's basically going to say bump all the haters. So, it is what it is. I think what I'm going to do is probably going to be one of the most petty things ever done. And we're going to put it on the blockchain. So pretty exciting stuff. Can't wait for it. Okay, guys. So here we go. Let's get into the markets. We are at a record. Oh my gosh. Have you seen this?
Wow.
1.94 trillion. I wonder if last night it got up above this. Because Bitcoin did hit 60K last night and got rejected. But as of right now, no, it is right now at all-time high. $1.96 trillion. So absolutely punishing it. GP says, Super Chat, earn Eternity Chain, King of NFTs, and Chain Games, King of NFTs, and Gaming Beta. Guys, NFTs aren't going away. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We got a video for you guys coming tonight about, we've been telling you guys about NFTs and how we're just scratching the surface. Meanwhile, everybody else is talking about, it's the top of the market, be careful, blah, 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 blah. A bunch of idiots is people that say that. Trust me, we are having conversations. Today at 3 p.m., I got a conversation with Taylor Rapp of the Los Angeles Rams, who's creating his own NFT collection. And I can tell you, we are just scratching the surface with this. The NFT SNL skit the other night with Pete Davidson was really funny. And a lot of people are, it must be the top of the market. I might have made that little joke too because it's just kind of funny. But guys, this is just getting started. We've been talking to Hollywood people. We've been talking to professional athletes. And today we're going to be talking about another project later in this stream that's launching that's absolutely massive. And then we've got another project tonight at 7, Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be an extension of the idea of NFTs. We're going to see collectibles are only the first layer. Like, think about cryptocurrency, right? Like, Bitcoin was the first layer of blockchain, basically. Like, it was just digital currency. But look at all the other stuff we've done with it. The NFT market is going to be much bigger than just collectible cards. So we got some pretty cool stuff going on there. Okay, so we're at all-time high right now. We've got the volume, $137 billion. So that's on the... Look at this.
Wow.
56.5%.
That's a big drop.
Holy crap.
Now we're talking.
Where's Mr. Elron? Altcoin season, baby!
Let's go.
Guys, if this... I had not seen this. Wow. Oh, look at that super chat there.
Yeah. What's that? IMK6. I officially got rid of XRP. TJ would be proud. I am very proud.
Yeah,
Good
he's
job.
very proud.
Good job.
You guys know there's 2 things out there that TJ hates. Well, 3 things. Number 1, Lambos. He hates Lambos. You guys know that. Number 2, he obviously hates XRP. And then number 3, what we found out on Hit Network yesterday, TJ hates fist bumps.
That's not true.
He's actually like afraid of fist bumps.
Ironically, I'm the one who started fist bumps. I'm the one who fist bumps around the office the most.
Who are you, Al Gore?
No,
You invented fist bumps?
No, I just was the one who started doing it here. That's what's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't hate fist bumps. I was just saying we were overdoing it in the video. Like, we don't need to do it with every person every day. I was saying work in 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah.
And
This
then,
sounds like politicking to me, TJ. I'm going to tell you. The people were mad about the fist bump thing.
The people were mad.
The people were very angry. So what coins are pumping today? What is pumping so hard? Filecoin up into the top 20 again. Now is number 13. BitTorrent actually briefly passed Tron earlier. It has dropped back a little bit. Tron's at 20, BitTorrent's 24. Nervos, we like Nervos pretty good. Icon up 17%. ZRX, Cello. But I'm really I'm having a hard time figuring out what's going on with this market right now. Like, do these numbers are these not a little weird to you? The Bitcoin dominance, okay, think about this. Bitcoin itself right now is up, okay? Bitcoin is up 0.6% at $59,322, okay? Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance are down, okay? Bitcoin dominance is the lowest I think we've seen it in years. I believe. I think. Let's take a look here.
Not years.
I think it is. I think 57 was as low as it got. Because right now, if you look at the chart, that's at 59.4. We hit 56.67 in September, and that is the lowest we've been since, I guess, June of 2019. Yeah, years. Literally years. We are at the lowest Bitcoin dominance we've seen in 2 years. 20 months, basically. That's insane.
Yeah, it might be the start of alt season.
That's what I'm looking at right now. And you know what's interesting? If you really look at the chart here, if you watch the gray line, like the total market cap of other coins is on the rise. Ethereum is dropping down a little bit as well. Somebody says thoughts on E&J's Efinity. Well, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. So anyways, yeah, that's just a little hint. That's a big launch going on today. But this Bitcoin dominance is very interesting to me because this tells me that smaller coins are pumping.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be projects in the 200-300s. Like let's take a look here at the next page here on CoinMarketCap and see what the gains are in the top 100 or 200 to 200. Just Bytem, StormX, Cybervein, Steam. I mean, all these are having 17% gains. It just seems like a lot of these projects. Look at these charts over here. Mm-hmm. This could be altcoin season, guys. I'm very impressed with this. Who is Jason Casper? Several people have asked about that. Do we know who that is?
I don't. Let me look.
Jason Casper. Is he a crypto guy? The Middle East Institute? I don't know if that's him or not. Maybe I spelled it wrong. No, that's it. Jason Casper. I don't know who that is. So he knows about Market Cypher? Okay, we'll get him on the show. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it looks like he uses Market Cypher a lot.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Well, we like Market Cypher. We need to have Crypto Face on soon. Guys, we're going to take a look at the chart, but if you do want to use Market Cypher or Bybit here, you guys can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. You can sign up right here, then go to the Rewards Hub, get yourself some nice bonuses. If you want to get Market Cypher, you guys can still use BitSquad March Special for one more day today. We may have a bigger, update soon. By the way, did you guys like my video of Benjamin Cowan yesterday? I know a lot of you guys like that. I like that guy. That's what I'll say. I really like him. I know a lot of people watch his channel. He's definitely like a really nice dude too. We got a lot of stuff we agree with. Most of the stuff we agree with from what I found. And, he definitely has some very unique, analysis, things like that. But if you want to check out Market Cypher, head to bitboycrypto.com/deals. If you want to take part in the Bybit trading competition, just click the Bybit tab up here, and then you can sign up right here. $400,000 in prizes you can win. Depending on how many people sign up. Let's see how many people are signed up right now. Right now, we need some more people to sign up to get the full $400,000. But right now, they're giving away $200,000 in USDT. And this, by the way, this is an interesting contest compared to other ones that we've done because this uses any trading. Usually, it's just Bitcoin trading or just Ethereum trading. These are any pairs you want to use. You want to go trade Cardano. You want to go trade Chainlink. You want to go trade Polkadot. You can do that here as well. All right, let's jump into the chart here, guys. Bitcoin, wow, it just dropped pretty good here, 59,000. Someone says Harmony or Elrond. If I had to pick, I think you, Jay Sanchez, for a super chat. If I had to pick, no hate to Harmony. I like Harmony, but I'm a big Elrond believer. I think they got big stuff coming on soon, actually. Harmony's just pumped gigantic. Elrond's been kind of in a lull here lately, so I think that could definitely be pretty good. So this is a Raise energy drink, by the way. South Beach flavor. I just talked about how Miami Cola was my least favorite Bang flavor. South Beach, so far my least favorite Raise flavor. I like the sour gummy worms yesterday a lot better. We'll be looking at the CRO mainnet. We'll be taking a look at Snoop Dogg NFTs here in a little bit as well. All right, so let's check this out here. Now it's gone under 59,000, and we were crushing it on this trade here. And now we are not doing quite as well. Lost about $10,000 in the last few minutes. Hey, Ben, ask your assistant if she'd be willing to marry a fan. Well, sorry, guys. She's engaged.
Why would anybody marry a fan? You think you'd want to marry
There's a really good joke there, but I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah. There's a really good one there. I'm going to leave it alone. So sorry about that, guys. You guys who watch the Hit Network show will know. It seems like we are really having a hard time getting over this $59,000 level right now. But looking at the price, so let's talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I got wrecked. Now, here's the thing, guys. You got to understand. If you're going to trade, I mean, you got to be doing a lot of active trading. Yesterday, I put a trade in on the stream, and I didn't really pay attention to it. And, all I know is last night, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, basically, I got wicked out, and I lost 15% on the trade, and I didn't even know. I looked at the price, and I was like, it was maybe 6 o'clock, 6:30. I talked to a college last night about, business and entrepreneurship and YouTube and things like that. Then I went and I looked right after that at my trade, and the Bitcoin price was like at the same exact spot, and my trade was gone. I was like, what happened? Well, it just freaking shot down, and it wicked me out. So, the last 2 nights, I said to myself, the last 2 nights is pumped pretty hard overnight. I want to make sure I get a piece of that action if it happens. So I set a stop loss. And then I have my entry price was right at 58,000. And then if we go here and look at the hourly chart, freaking crazy. So yesterday, I made that trade last night, probably about 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I made the trade. It was around 58,000. So 58.5 maybe was my entry, 58.4. So I would have got in like back around here somewhere. And then I went to sleep. And, I went to sleep. Price shot up. Look at that. Went all the way up to $59,900. What's that movie? While You Were Sleeping? Mm-hmm. And then it shot down and it wicked down. Look how far those are terrible drawings. But look how far this thing wicked. It dropped 5.5%, $3,100 in an hour. And so that went down, wicked me out. So I had some bad losses yesterday for sure. So
I think 2,000 of that was in like 5 minutes.
yeah. I think it was right around the turn of the hour too. So it was just boom, boom. And then, I got back in this morning. I think around, what was my 57.5, I think was my entry. I'll actually just look here and see what it was. Where's my entry? You guys know, I mean, we were at 150,000 yesterday. I went all the way back down to 106, and now we're back up to 130. So that's the way it goes with the trading, guys. You're not going to win every single trade, and sometimes you're going to do what I did last night. I mean, look at that. That was yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty big losses yesterday. We do have an unrealized potential or unrealized profit right now at 21,000 to kind of offset that. But you're not going to win all the time, guys. I mean, that's just the way that it goes. You want to win. You want to do well. Sometimes you're going to have these streaks where, you're 50-50, you're hit and miss. And last night, I decided to take a risk. Like, there was nothing in the charts really that said it was a good time to jump in. Now, look what happened. It was a good time to jump in. Price went all the way up to $60,000. But then because I was sleeping and I didn't have a take profits set in anywhere, immediately, boom, jumped down and I got wicked out. And, those are the breaks, guys. Sometimes, like when it comes to trading, on some level, you're going to have to take some risks, right? Like anytime you get an entry point, you're at a risk that it's going to go down. You try to do the best you can with all the evidence and all of the indicators that you have to determine where things should be going. Market Cypher has not really been showing a lot of great entries lately. So what was that other one that said? I'd read that. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Brett, for the super chat. BitSquad, curious what charts to use on TradingView that compares to the Bybit chart. Guys, you use literally the Bybit chart. That's what you use. So if you come up here, click on the corner. If you type in BTC USD, there it is. Bitcoin USD perpetual contract Bybit. You always want to use the exact chart. And that's a big mistake a lot of people have made. I know I was talking with Jim last week, and Jim was saying, like, I don't know why the price is different. I pulled up his trading view. I was like, you're not on the right chart. I mean, guys, if you see what happened with Kraken, you get flash crashes and stuff like that. It happens a good bit. And, you want to make sure you're on the right chart for the right things. So right now, Bitcoin back over 59,000. So hopefully it's going to keep heading up. So speaking of that flash crash, we're going to get to that in just one second, but I want to show you guys a little bit Bitcoin data right before we slide into that. Looking at our daily report from Exablock, which of course you can get access to on our deals page, bitboycrypto/deals, and then bitboycrypto.com/deals. Come down in here to Exablock and get 10% off of our daily report that we use here on the channel. But I want to show you guys something here that's pretty big, which is this is what we look at a lot. This is the open interest. These are the amount of active bets on Bitcoin from the traditional market with CME and stuff like that. These are Bitcoin futures is what they are. Notice yesterday, okay, what was this at? If you remember, it was barely over 2 billion. Now the April 30th close is now almost to 3 billion. But if you're looking here, there's a pretty good mix of calls and puts, which are basically longs and shorts. Right now, more people longing than shorting, if you will. So more people betting on the calls than the puts. But according to Exablock, so I was talking to Exablock today or last night about what's happening here. And they've got some very interesting data on this, okay? Which is the puts. I hope I'm getting this right. Like the puts are the shorts, right? And the calls are the longs, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the most basic way to think of it. Basically, what they're betting on, the number one price that they are betting on for the end of April, for this April 30th date, $80,000. That's where they're coming in at. They believe this price will be at $80,000 by the end of the month. The low is $50,000. So they don't think it'll drop down below $50,000. There's some action around $40,000, but the vast majority of the puts are coming around $40,000, of the calls are coming in at $80,000. So that tells you right there, there's a lot of bullish momentum right now for this month, for April, starting next month. People are already starting to roll contracts into this date. This April 30th date will probably be pretty huge, but I believe the June 25th date will end up being over $10 billion. So I think if you're looking for a massive pullback in this market, I believe we will probably see Bitcoin head to $100,000. And then we will see in June a massive pullback. Well, it's really raining here pretty hard.
It is. That's loud.
Had a flashy flood. So let's check out this here. So Bitcoin flash crash $2,000 in 5 minutes, liquidating $600 million in longs. Now, I did not get liquidated. Have been using a stop loss lately because I've just been noticing like a lot of the times, unfortunately, last night it would have been fine, but unfortunately, a lot of times what I'm seeing is when I do hit a 15% drop and I get wicked out on a stop loss, usually lately it's been dropping more. So, I've been running with that. But Bitcoin fell over $2,000 in 5 minutes. Now, this screams of manipulation. It's got to scream of manipulation. It says it's right here. Bitcoin fell over $2,000 in 5 minutes on March 31st as a wave of volatility disrupted an otherwise calm market. It seems like, I don't know. I mean, we've been looking at a lot of the futures and how manipulative a lot of those people are, especially the thing they do where it's called banging the close that we talked about in the video the other night. And, it's just one of these things where it sucks that the traditional market's coming in on one hand because they're being more manipulative than ever. But then on the other hand, we need the money to make the prices go up so we can all get rich and drive Lambos. I'll tell you this. I don't want to be the only person driving a Lambo. I want y'all to all drive Lambos with me. We already know what's going to happen. We talk about this a lot, which is the Lambo is going to come. I got the deposit on it, but we're not going to get it until the bear market because it's going to be a year from now to build the STO. Which we're going to talk about a Lamborghini story here in just a little bit. But Cointelegraph, Russian Markets Pro, and TradingView showed a nightmare for long traders unfold on Wednesday, with Bitcoin suddenly dropping from $59,350 to $57,000. The losses were still mounting. Let's see. Previously, the upside had been the focus for the traders as it was going up to 60K. Those betting on a continuation of the bull run lost big on Wednesday. However, as the downturn liquidated the long positions, worth $600 million amid 24-hour total wipeout of $1 billion. For quantitative analyst Plan B, who is, is the creator of the stock to flow chart, he says the demise of the positions were beneficial, helping to rid the market of unwanted leverage and ensure more organic futures arise. Should I buy a house or ride the bull?
Why not both?
Yeah, I would say. Look, I encourage everybody to do a mix of profit taking. Look, if you got in Bitcoin when it was $4,000 or $10,000, guys, the fact is you should be taking profits. Period. You should be taking profits. Like, that's not a popular thing on YouTube to say. It's for me to tell people, like, at some point, stop being greedy, right? Like, at some point, take some money and run. Leave yourself enough exposure so that because this is going to continue. But I'm telling you guys, if the stock market crashes, all bets are off. What is going on with my hair back there? I look like a freaking radish or something back there.
Yeah, and on that point of not being greedy, one of my favorite sayings in investing is pigs get fattened, hogs get slaughtered.
Yeah.
And so like you said, if you're up 400%, 500%, if you've 10x something and you're not taking profits, like
something wrong.
That's being pretty greedy, and eventually you're going to get wrecked.
Yeah, and you know what a great way to think about this is? This lines up so much. I almost spilled the drink. That was so close. This lines up so much with what we're talking about here, okay? Because I tell you guys this over and over again. When you guys are leverage trading, the worst case scenario and disaster will always happen. It will always happen. We get flash crashers once a week probably, right? You get in this mode where you think you're going to win. But the fact is, eventually you're going to lose. Eventually it is going to crash. The chance that you get into Bitcoin at a price where it will never hit it again is very, very, very low, okay? The same thing for, the way you guys should be looking at your profits and stuff like that, okay? We don't know what the worst case scenario is. We don't know what a stock market crash is. Don't get so greedy. The same thing that causes people to never take profits in a leverage trade and ultimately lose because it always is going to wake back down. That's a microcosm for the bigger macro bull run, okay? Eventually, prices are going to drop back down. And you want to make sure you're never going to be able to maximize your profits 100%. You're never going to be able to time the exact top of the market, okay? The exact top of the market is going to come when the least amount of people are expecting it, okay? So you got to think about that. You got to learn how to take profits. So bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That's true. Do not thank you, David O'Berry, for that. That is a very good, insight there. A very good one. But the fact is, you got to learn how to take profits. And if you are in 6 figures of profit, you should be taking some money. If you're $500 into profit, okay, that's probably not going to change your life for most people, so you can let that ride. But like if if you have, a certain amount of money that you're taking off the table and you still have a certain amount of money that's still exposed to the market, you got to let that house money ride and learn how to take profits. So, okay, what did Plan B said? Basically, he said that similar events, curb but long positions, beautiful stop loss hunting again. And I told you guys they do hunt those stop losses out. So whenever I show trades on here, you guys know they're coming at me. So, but it's pumping back up again, 59,200, so pretty good. I should probably put a stop loss in right now. Can you take that off so nobody can see it? Because I don't want them to see my stop loss. Because you know what they're going to do? They're going to come a-hunting for my stop losses. I'll show it to you later when we pump up a lot more. But let's put it at, okay, that's fine right there. That'll be fine. That's fine. That's a third of a biddy. I'll take it. Okay, so what's next? Goldman Sachs. I don't care about his sacks. Goldman Sachs looks to offer. Somebody said thoughts on BPro Networks NFT. I don't know anything about BPro. It's something that's kind of been on my radar from the standpoint of I see it and I see it doing well. I don't know anything about it. So not when I'm, I've been a pro for a long time, so I don't want to go backwards.
Wow, that rain is loud.
Yeah. Guys, I noticed a lot of people seem to be upset. A lot of the haters seem to be upset that we like to be the #1 channel on the internet for crypto. Been seeing a lot of that. I was in some Facebook group yesterday I was creeping on, talking about one of my videos. A bunch of douches in there is what was in there. And they were talking about, oh, he likes being #1. What a terrible human. What is wrong with people? Do you go to work and you're like, you know what? I want to be the most average accountant that I can be. Those are people you want to stay away from. Don't you want to surround yourself with winners? That's why the BitSquad comes to this channel. They like to surround themselves with winners. But anyways, speaking of people that are douches, Goldman Sachs looks to offer Bitcoin investment vehicles in the second quarter. Now, TJ, do you remember the New York dig? Is it NY dig or New York dig, you think?
I always just say NY dig.
Yeah. What happened to that story?
What do you mean? Oh, that something major was
major was coming. How many times have we heard that this year? That something major was coming and then nothing happens.
And in the next week, yeah, he said it was going to be a lot of like groundbreaking, earth-shattering stuff.
That was 3 weeks ago now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
Now,
I don't think it had any. Did it have to do with the PayPal news? You think that was it?
Who knows? I mean,
could have been.
It could have been just he makes big statements like that, knowing no matter what happens, people will credit him for it or whatever. So
yeah.
I don't know. Turned out to be a whole lot of nothing in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of like a lot of stuff we've looked at. Turns out to be a lot of nothing. So, Goldman Sachs reportedly aims to offer Bitcoin and other crypto investment vehicles to private wealth management clients in the second. I can't with some of the names of these tokens. In the second quarter. David O'Berry with another very good insight says they can see those stops, so be careful. I buy down liquidation points when it gets sketchy and keep reserved to autofill any margin call. Wow, Dave's a professional trader. I like that about him. There's a contingent of clients who are looking to this asset as a hedge against inflation, and the macro backdrop over the past year has certainly played into that, said Rich. There are also a large contingent of clients who feel we're sitting at the dawn of a new internet in some ways and are looking for ways to participate in this space. And guys, that's actually something we're going to be, we will be doing a video in the coming weeks about how, what can you do? What can you do to get involved in this? If this is true, if we're really at the beginning of the dawn of a new internet, if we were to go back in time, okay, and we were to look at 1991 when the public internet launched, what are some things that you could have made really easy money on in 1991? Buying domains. You could have crushed it buying domains. Okay, learning how to build a website. Absolutely crushed it. Becoming a champion GeoCities builder. I don't even know what GeoCities was. Was it GeoSites or GeoCities? I don't know. Is it kind of like The Sims or something? I don't know. But a bunch of bad stuff on the internet. Actually, funny story. This is a funny story. I knew a guy who actually had the #1 Leanne Rimes fan site in the 90s. Wow. And it was basically a GeoCities site. It was just like LeanneRimesFan.com, and it was so easy to get #1 for SEO back then. That's all he had to do was just buy the domain. He never did anything with it or made any money with it because he didn't know what he was doing. But that just shows like the kind of opportunity that's available at the beginning of something. So what are some ways you can involve in cryptocurrency? Because guys, guess what? That's why I do this. Big surprise. That's why I do this YouTube channel, because I want to get involved in this space because I saw all of this coming. long before I looked like a radish on a live stream. What is... I can't with this back here right now. I used to look so good. Maybe that's a little bit better.
Yeah, somebody said Fonzie always had perfect hair.
Well, I'm no freaking Fonz, okay? Fonz didn't have a hood on his jacket. I'm Hood.
You're
okay?
Hood?
I'm Hood. So, guys, we got more just with Goldman Sachs. We got stuff going on here. I get kind of bored of these institutional stories. Do y'all like these? Is Goldman Sachs sexy?
No, but it is big news. I mean, it's more institutional client money coming in Q2, basically. That's something.
Yeah, that's what they say. But when that coming anyways. Somebody says, can you do some videos for people with 5K and under? But if you can't run a 5K, you're in trouble.
I don't think that's what he meant.
I can run a 5K. I ran a marathon, for y'all who didn't know that. I did run a marathon like 10 years ago. Smash the like button, BitSquad in Lambos 2021. Thank you, Zach, for that. Yeah, we can. So what do we want to do? A video for people with 5K and under? We could do a video like that, maybe.
Well, like how to set a 5K portfolio up or something? Or?
But it's pretty. I mean, we did a 50K portfolio. You can just scale it down.
Right.
You know?
I know.
The thunder is shaking the building right now.
Yeah.
It feels like Bitcoin is bubbling to do something special. What is Bitcoin at right now? Coming in $59,281. Look, we got a nice little candle. Looks like a nice little uptrend shaping up right here. Nice little uptrend. So, okay, let's check out this story here. We got Bitcoin Lambo. 1 Bitcoin will buy a Lambo this year and a Bugatti in 2022, Kraken Crackhead CEO says. While refusing to provide a BTC price prediction in terms of USD, the Kraken CEO said that 1 coin would be worth a Lambo in 2021 and a Bugatti in 2022, and then it also may flash crash and you can afford a Ford Festiva. 1 Bitcoin will be able to buy a Lamborghini model by the end of the year and a Bugatti in 2022, said Powell, the CEO of the veteran U.S. crypto exchange Kraken. During a recent interview with Bloomberg, he said he was also bullish on Ethereum, predicting a price tag well above $2,000 due to the upcoming ETH 2.0 release and the large number of projects built on top of it. I can't with these guys sometimes. Like, I can't with this idea. Like, if you go back, you know what's so funny? If you go back, like, there was another thing. Do we have, did the cat put on the Trello card, TJ, about Bitcoin having an 18.5% chance to hit $100,000 this year? Was that on the Trello card?
I'm not sure.
Give me 1 second here. Let me look here, see if it's on here. I don't know if it's on here. Basically, there's a chart, and that chart says that Bitcoin has an 18.5% chance to hit $100,000 by the end of the year. Guys, it's going to be 100%. It's going to be like 90%. It's not going to be an 18.5% chance. If we go back to the models that we were looking at, like what is the price of Algorand at right now? Let me look at Algorand. Price of Algorand right now, come in and look at its chart. It's coming in around $1.30. I remember looking at price predictions based on models, okay? That was saying that Algorand was had a chance to get to 60 cents by the end of the year. Guys, these models don't take into consideration the Bitcoin cycles. And when I see people like Jesse Powell talking about Ethereum could be over $2,000 due to ETH 2.0, obviously, if Bitcoin's at $100,000, like Ethereum is not still going to be at 1,800. Okay, it's just not going to be. Ethereum has still outperformed Bitcoin this year. Keep that in mind. Ethereum has still outperformed Bitcoin this year. Take that into consideration. So when I see people like Jesse Powell going on Bloomberg and talking about it could go over $2,000, now that excites people like Graham Stephan probably, or Meet Kevin or Alex Becker. Probably excites those guys to think about some 8% gains from here. Okay, guys, Ethereum is going to be much higher than $2,000 by the end of this year. But when ETH 2.0, when the next rollout EIP 1559 comes out in July, the price is going to be higher. So to see this kind of intellectual dishonesty, I think it seems like when crypto guys go on traditional shows, that they put on their traditional coat. And they're like, well, we could see a 10% increase for Bitcoin this year. Put that in your stonks and smoke it. Guys, we're going to be way higher than that. There's no question about it. What do you think's going on with this NFT craze? Like, we talked with Taylor Rapp today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, football players know Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's it. They don't know what Polkadot or Cardano is. Okay, pretty much. This is what they're interested in, the mainstream stuff. So to see him say this, like, yeah, obviously you'll be able to buy, a Bitcoin with a Lambo. But guys, what the heck? One Bitcoin will be able to buy a Lambo by the end of the year and a Bugatti in 2022. How much is a Bugatti?
I don't know.
300K? 350. Now, my Lambo's like 400K. So I guess you could buy two. But the point here is that,
well,
guys, one Bitcoin next year will not buy you a Lamborghini and a Bugatti. You will be lucky next year to buy a third of a Lambo with a Bitcoin. The price is going to drop. History's shown that over and over and over again. So to think that next year Bitcoin, what he's saying here is Bitcoin's going to be at like 500K next year?
It's next cycle, not next year.
Next cycle, correct. Yes, in the next cycle. But he says 2022.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I
don't know.
He's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong.
But
But he knows. Like, that's the thing that frustrates me about guys like this. The intellectual dishonesty drives me insane.
So Bugatti's like 900K to 3 million. So it's definitely not going to be there in 2022. But 2025 maybe.
I hate this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate this guy. I hate Kraken. I hate Jesse Powell. He comes off as an arrogant douche, and he never has any idea what he's talking about. He has no sympathy for people that lost millions of dollars. Cardano flash crashed to like 20 cents on his site. Mm-hmm. So good job, Jesse, for being an idiot. That's what I got to say. I don't like this guy a single bit. I'll never use Kraken. So, but speaking of Lambos, I did find this. Somebody sent me this on Instagram. This is the exact Lambo that I'm getting right here. This is the STO. I had not actually seen a picture of it off of the website. So this was in July. They sent this into Miami. Now, these are not really out yet. I think there's only 700 of them total in the world being made. One of them is going to be mine. But they had this on the showroom floor, so I want to show you guys this. TJ's really big. He thinks he's going to get 3,500 horsepower in his little GTR and be able to beat me.
No.
But I don't think you'll be able to beat this here.
I don't want 3,200. That's too much.
What do you want, just 1,000?
Maybe 1,000, 1,500, something like that.
Do you just wake up every day and say to yourself, like, how can I be better than Ben?
No, but sometimes I wake up and say, how can I get under his skin today?
Yeah, because this has done it. You've done it.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Did you say some days?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I don't want to do it I don't think about it every day. Sometimes I just do it naturally.
Okay. That's a pretty car, though, isn't it?
It is a pretty car.
That's a pretty car, and we can't wait to get that thing. So I think that will actually be here before my house. Found out my house is like over a year away from being built, so that's great. Real excited about that. But anyways, the point here is, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Bitcoin versus gold. Bitcoin futures open interest surges by 130% in 2021, while gold's drop. Gold's open interest.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to. Are you gonna show it? That's a weird way to phrase a title, isn't it? Shouldn't gold be capitalized here? What's up with these non-capitalized titles? That is weird too. Alex says, great, what do you say? Love the channel. Great interview with the data science guy yesterday. Yeah, we like Benjamin Cowan. We like that guy. I like his outside-the-box way of looking at things. I like that he makes his own charts. So definitely something. And let me know, guys. I think we've been working on a lot of videos lately. I've told you guys we're going to do a lot of videos on different stuff. We did the Polkadot video. We did some portfolio videos. I think, and I want to know if you guys would like this. I think we're going to go back to, in the evenings, a more structured, concise news video for the day, as opposed to kind of talking about big subjects. And then maybe on the weekend, we can do some coin reviews and stuff, because I want to get really back to talking about the top coins. Really want to get back to talking Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, Binance Coin, Uniswap, Chainlink, Elrond, Solana. Some of the major ones that you guys should really be investing in. And then maybe we do some lower cap ones. We have some partners and we're advisors and some sponsored videos from here or there. Some projects we're invested in. But I want to know, do you guys want more content on the big coins? Maybe even, checking out what Market Cypher says every day about different projects when they might have better entries. Oh, 59.5. There we go. Look at it. 59.5. Let's keep it pumping. Oh, God, they saw it. Okay. I'm just trying to get back to even here, guys. You know, it's like when you're at the roulette table. Okay. There's a contingent of clients who... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Go back to the gold story here. The surging price of Bitcoin from the start of the year has resulted in massive growth in open interest for the asset's futures as traders seek to hedge their positions on various exchanges. The data on Bitcoin futures open interest is from 11 major global BTC futures exchanges, including Binance, Bybit, OKX, CME, Huobi, FTX, Deribit, BitMEX, Bitfinex, Femex, and Kraken. And here's a chart that basically shows the open interest in billions of dollars for gold futures versus Bitcoin futures. Now, keep in mind, this is a $10 trillion market versus what is Bitcoin right now? Let's see what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is now, it's got to be like, what, 1.3 trillion, I guess, as of today? No, not even close. 1.1 trillion. So this is basically 10% of the gold market here. And you guys can see there's been a gigantic increase. This is very interesting, guys. If you look back in January, you will see that the open interest, basically these are futures contracts. The gold futures contracts were crushing Bitcoin like about 11-1, it looks like, somewhere around there. And then not much change in February. But look at March. Look at March. And big surprise, we saw some of the biggest volatility around last month. It's now actually like like about a 4.5 to 1, 4.25 to 1 ratio. So you have gold futures down 17%. Gold's so boring. Like what? Who are the people that invest in the gold market? It's not sexy. Bitcoin is freaking sexy. Now, gold may have been sexy compared to, stuff in the past, but man, it's really coming down here.
Yeah.
This has been the biggest storm we've gone through while we've been live here on air. Because I want to know, do you guys think gold is a good investment? And here is my thought on gold in general. I don't know as much about the gold futures market. I know nothing about gold futures, I'll be honest with you. If I did, then this would be the Gold Boy hour, I guess. Welcome to BitBoy Gold. Sounds lame. But my take on gold is this. If it comes down to a traditional investor, would you, or just not a traditional investor, just a person in general, what would my advice to them be about gold? I would rather you be gold than cash. But for me to, with intellectually honest, an intellectually honest conversation with someone I know, to sit there and be like, you know what? Bitcoin's risky. Maybe you shouldn't get in it. I would never say that. You're way better off being in Bitcoin than gold. History has shown that. You get no volatility in the gold market pretty much. It's very, very little compared to Bitcoin. But, if you look at the gold market, it's not straight, bottom left to up to top right on a chart like Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a far superior investment. It's a far superior product to gold. So my advice is, if you're going to be in gold, it's better to be in gold than cash, but why would you not be in Bitcoin? I don't think there's anything wrong with holding a small percentage of gold or precious metals in your portfolio, but the upside for Bitcoin is just way, way, way better. Okay, so moving on here. On-chain analyst Willy Woo predicts 1 billion people to adopt Bitcoin. This is a maxi and a half right here. Willy Woo! I don't mind talking about him because his name's ridiculous. But he's like the nature boy. He's like the nature boy maxi, Prominent on-chain analyst Willy Woo is predicting that 1 billion people will have exposure to Bitcoin much sooner than we think. In a new interview on Real Vision Finance, which is Raoul Pal's program there, if you will, Woo says that based on its current trajectory, Bitcoin is poised to get in the wallets of a huge part of the global population for the next 4 years. The thing has been growing for 11 years nonstop and doubling every 12 months. That puts us at 4%, then 8%, and so forth. We're currently on track for 1 billion people having exposure to Bitcoin as an asset class in the next 4 years. By 2025, 1/8 of the world population will have exposure to this monetary base. It's happening very quickly. Now, I actually did a video years ago, and near the beginning of this channel. I could never find it, but I did a video where basically I mapped out that if the population of India were to use Bitcoin, like if India adopted Bitcoin as its world currency, basically it would work out to Bitcoin could end up being about $1 million a coin. Okay. Sounded ridiculous back then. I guess 1 billion people. How many people are in India? Like 1.5 billion at this point. And I can't remember the math on how it worked out. It's 1.36 billion. So that kind of lines up with that. I think in 2025, we will see a $1 million Bitcoin, and these numbers kind of back it up. Now, speaking of Willy Woo, if you will here, let's go here to Willy Woo. I want to show you guys something he tweeted last night that I saw. This is totally separate. Also not verified on Twitter. More followers than us. Woo! I guess if he's the Ric Flair, I guess I got to be the Macho Man over here because I like to snap into a Slim Jim. But let's see here. I wanted to see where is this thing that he posted about. Here it is. This is very interesting. This is 12 hours ago. Okay. I don't like maxis at all. I actually can't stand them. They make my skin crawl. Like, I really hate the maxis. And I know they hate me back, which is fine. Even though I have more Bitcoin than most of them. Not more than Willy Woo, I'm sure. But the fact is, this guy's a good analyst. A lot of stuff he says comes to bear. And so I got to give him some credit on that. And you guys got to keep in mind, like, for a lot of these guys that claim to be maximalists, they certainly hold other coins. And it's kind of a show, right? It's like a show. It's like a cult, basically. Like, if you reveal that you have Ethereum, they kick you out of the club. So I would highly doubt that he doesn't have some other stuff in his portfolio. But he said, this is like walking into a forest and noticing the birds just stopped tweeting. It's unlike BTC to have a run like this without the sound of liquidations. Speculators don't usually money in longs with smooth sailing without being a little bit wrecked. Wrecked is past tense, Willie. But then he showed this chart, and basically it reveals that every time we've had a massive run-up, we get a gigantic dump, a liquidation dump, if you will. Now look over here and look how long for the last 4 days we went without getting massive liquidations. And just like a prophet foretelling the future, Willy Woo basically 12 hours ago predicted the move overnight. So definitely something pretty interesting to keep in mind. So speaking of maximalists, you guys may have heard of this podcast. I want to know what you guys think about this. This is kind of totally separate. But Laura Shin, and I know she's had Willy Woo on her channel before. That's why it kind of came to me. But, she does this podcast called Unchained. It's one of the most popular podcasts in cryptocurrency, okay? She's a crypto journalist, the host of Unchained Pod. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind. She has interviewed some of the biggest people in crypto, okay? She's interviewed Vitalik, okay? She's interviewed Willy Woo. She's interviewed the mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, here recently. She's had Pomp on the show, I'm sure. She had Chamath on, Chamath Palihapitiya, okay? I think I put an extra ha in there. But the fact is, she recently came out and said she owns 0 Bitcoin. She owns no crypto.
Really?
Yeah. People have been raking her over the coals for this. And her response is, I wanted to stay neutral. But, look, I'm not throwing shade at her. She seems like a nice lady. I've watched some of her interviews before. I don't think she's necessarily maximalist. I mean, she had Vitalik on the show. So I got nothing against Laura Shin. A little more professional than I am, I'm sure. But the fact is, how can you listen to the smartest people in the world talk about Bitcoin for years and not ever buy into it?
It's crazy.
Isn't that very strange?
It is.
So she had a big, long thread where she talked about it. I don't know if I can find it because she does tweet a lot of stuff here. But to me, I thought that was absolutely... Here it is. So check this out. She says, to the people tweeting at me, have fun staying poor, and that I actually do regret not owning Bitcoin for now, I'd like to say, number one, I'm having the time of my life, and I consider myself rich in many, many things that other people do not have, just not BTC for now. I really don't regret it. If I did, I could have easily bought some again and just disclosed like I used to. So apparently she did have some at some point, but she owns none now. As I mentioned, I work for myself. One of my mottos is to live without regrets. She also said she took a class recently, and the teacher asked us what our favorite thing about ourselves was. Others wrote things like their compassion, creativity, joy. She wrote, I go after what I want and don't care what other people think. Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. And that sums up my commentary on all your commentary about my choices. But I mean, as we see with everyone, right? Like, everybody cares what people think, or else she wouldn't have came out and said this. She wouldn't even responded if she really didn't care. So, obviously, we care to some extent what people think about us. That's why we respond to a lot of stuff. You know, like, I hate being misportrayed. Being misportrayed is probably the thing I hate the most in the entire world. Like, intellectual dishonesty and being misportrayed. So, I try to defend myself, you know, sometimes. I don't go overboard. I don't give trolls, you know, credit or anything like that. But I don't know. So pretty interesting. I'm shocked that she owns no Bitcoin. I don't know how you can be in the space and talk to all these people and own no Bitcoin. If you're, you know, who knows? Maybe she's just got billions of dollars or millions of dollars and she doesn't care. But I would say as a crypto journalist, I doubt that that's the case. So we got this news here, a huge NFT news. Well, first of all, this is a little precursor. You guys show this. This is get your Doge coins ready, dropping Friday, April 2nd at 4 p.m. Snoop Dogg's first NFT collection, A Journey with the Dog. I remember back with the Dog Pound. I remember when Snoop was tried for murder. I remember that. That was a fun time. So he's obviously been on a big journey here to go from being, you know, someone that everybody thought was a killer to basically the Martha Stewart of crypto, one of his good friends. But he's got an original track now, a music track on Crypto.com. Also, you know, CRO is launching their mainnet, which is pretty big news. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys like this Snoop Dogg coin here? Pretty funny. I don't know. I don't ever know what to think about Snoop. I don't know. I liked him back with America's Most Wanted when he was on the track with Tupac. But after that, Snoop has took a very interesting turn in his career here. But this is not the huge NFT news. Are you guys ready for the big NFT news?
Yeah, let's hear it.
We've got Efinity, okay? Now, this is going to be a massive game-changing project. Let's see if they've got it now. It's supposed to actually launch while we're on the live stream. Do you have the time for that, TJ?
It was supposed to be a few minutes ago. So
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's on. Let's check CoinGecko, see if it's live yet here on CoinGecko.
I don't think
so basically what this is an NFT, a multi-chain NFT project by Engine that is now going to be on Polkadot. It's not on CoinGecko yet. So we don't have a lot about this project right now. But Efinity is our upcoming game channel network for performing highly scalable blockchain transactions. Our Ethereum scaling solution. This was written back on February 10th. I don't know how much of what they've done here has changed, but Efinity is going to be on Polkadot. So if you think of Engine as a project, like let's come back here and check out Engine on CoinMarketCap here. And for transparency purposes, we are invested in this one. We are invested in Efinity. So obviously, whenever we're invested in something, I do disclose that. But guys, let's look at Engine. Look at that chart. Look at the massive run-up it had in January of 2018 and how that looks like nothing. I've been dying for these charts, and here it is. Don't call TJ an assistant. Who called TJ an assistant? TJ's my partner.
Yeah, I think somebody got confused about the marriage comment.
Were they asking about you?
No, the person was asking him that watches Hit Network was asking about
Haley,
my
assistant.
And then the other person thought they were talking
Haley, I would just tell you guys this. Haley is a phenomenal assistant. I love Haley. She's great. But TJ would make a terrible assistant, for sure. You ever had an assistant that tells you what to do? That would be like if you had TJ as your assistant. Now, for a marriage proposal, TJ might be pretty good. I'm just saying, like, look, I'm not single, okay? I do tell people TJ's my partner, and that confuses people, I think, sometimes. But ladies, TJ's single. I'm just saying. If you're a lady and you hate your dreams, okay, and you detest fist bumps, I've got the guy for you. So, yeah. So all the ladies that want to hook up with TJ, you guys just head on over. All you ladies, not guys, but ladies, head on over to Andretti's next Wednesday night. Are you gonna be at the meetup, TJ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. Show up in your best speed racer costume, ladies, and you guys can come or dress up like a Bitcoin. He'll definitely like that. If you dress up like an altcoin, he'll definitely think you're a scam. Okay, so anyways, we're looking at Engine Coin here. If you look at what it's done, guys, look at this chart. It's phenomenal. It literally, from its launch, 100x'd Engine did. We're now looking at Efinity as the next evolution of Engine Coin. Because here's the thing, guys. There's a reason why I do not talk about Engine Coin as one of the top NFT projects. And here is why. It's not because it's not one of the top NFT projects. It clearly is. It's been unbelievable.
They created the 1155 standard. They
and the 721s, I believe.
Yeah, they literally created NFTs.
They literally created them. And so we love Engine. It's going to continue to do well, but when you're looking at potential of something like Engine Coin versus Eternity Chain, Engine Coin's already in the top 50. It's been as high as the top 30 before. It may have even cracked the top 20 at one point, okay? How much higher can Engine really go? Well, it might go, the distance between number 49 and number 10 is much less than the distance from, 155 to number 50, okay? So that's why we love projects like Eternity Chain. Now with Efinity, you're going to have a chance to be able to match those early returns with Engine Coin, and that's why we were super excited to get involved in this one. Let's see if they've released a press release on it or anything like that here recently. Here we go. We got Engine raises nearly $19 million to build Polkadot-based blockchain for NFTs. Engine has raised $18.9 million. The network's phase 1 is expected to launch around the end of this year or the beginning of 2022. Engine CTO Vitek Radomski told the block, and I believe Vitek is he's the guy that created those standards, I believe. Mm-hmm. I remember reporting on stories on this in 2018 about those standards. Blockchain development firm Engine has raised the $19 million for the NFT project. Now, remember this, guys. Guys, thank you, Miguel Alvarez, for that super chat. Don't forget to smash the likes, okay? So here's the like. Smash it. And then take your thumb off. Look at that. I'm a magic man. Okay, so the point here is, guys, this is going to be a big project. Put it on your radar. It's not tradable as of this moment. I don't think. Maybe it is. It should be very, very soon tradable.
I think they just launched on Uniswap is what they were saying, but I'm not seeing it.
It's not yet?
Yeah.
Maybe it's daily. No, I don't know the contract address on it yet. So all I know, guys, is this one you're going to want to pay attention to. Could have similar returns. What does this also tell you guys about the NFT market? Is it over?
No.
Is it a bubble?
No.
Is it a cycle? Probably a cycle. Yep. Okay. Where are we at? We're definitely at a good spot right now for, profit taking with some of this stuff. This is here to stay, guys. And I can tell you, I wish I could reveal all the stuff I know to you guys. This project I talked to the other day, or this a guy I talked to the other day that's linked with a big Hollywood director that's probably going to come on the channel soon. The stuff they're talking about doing NFTs, Hollywood is in on NFTs. This is not going away. And meanwhile, you've got a lot of people out there that are buying into the hype that this thing is drying up and it's done. It's just getting started. So definitely something to pay attention to. All right. So also, guys, speaking of NFTs, we do want to mention the Miami Crypto Experience. We are going to be going to this April 21st through the 23rd. You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see more BitSquad members there than the rest of the conference combined. So in case we got to get into like a West Side Story Jets versus Sharks fight, okay, where I'll bring my leather jacket clearly in a switch. I probably shouldn't say that. Gotta be careful when you say the weapons on the air. But the fact is, we love to see you guys there, to help support us and meet us and hang out with us if you're in the area. We've got a code BitBoy. If you sign up for this, they've got different packages here. You guys can see right there, BitBoy Crypto. Look at that guy. They obviously did not rank this in terms of Twitter followers, but...
And this is a conference geared toward NFTs and DeFi, by the way. I don't want anybody to get confused with Bitcoin 2021.
Right, we're going to Bitcoin 2021 in June. Right. So we'll also be doing that. But if you want to get your zero pack or get off zero package, I don't know what that means, $300 off, you get $50 off any of these packages. So
get off zero, meaning like get from zero to any amount of holding Bitcoin.
Oh.
Get off zero. It's like a maxi phrase.
Is it really?
You didn't know that?
Get off zero?
Yeah.
No.
It's like going from a no coiner to a Bitcoiner.
Or a some coiner. Don't have to be a Bitcoiner. Anyways, you get $50 off. So the Moon package, I have no idea what that is. Let's see what you get in the Moon package.
Jeez.
You can get this moon package for only $9,950 instead of $10,000. Wow, that's really good. You get 4 gala tickets, 4 get off 0 tickets, 6. Whoa. There's a rave and a hip hop concert here.
Oh boy.
What kind of bars should I spit on this thing?
Yeah, you got.
Or should I? Where's my glow sticks? Where's my glow sticks at? I'm gonna come raving.
I like it.
You guys don't know I was really big in the Atlanta rave scene in the early 2000s, actually, believe it or not. You get a presidential suite, 24/7 concierge service. That's right. Not only can I rave with glow sticks, but I can also spit bars. Y'all keep that in mind. There's only 2 of these packages available. So we did not get the moon package, so we left one for you guys. And once again, use the code BitBoy and get $50 off. You're probably going to be far better off getting the get off 0 price and getting $50 off. That's like 20%, 17.5% or something like that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about Ethereum here. Start this over. Let's talk about ETH for a minute. Ethereum Bulls keep pushing why the rally isn't over. We're also going to take a look at the chart here in just a second, but I do want to look at the Bitcoin price back to 59,342. So let's check this out. Ethereum extended its upward move above the $1,820 level, and it even spiked above $1,850. And can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask a question to the BitSquad here? When Ethereum hits $2,500, will you leave the Valentine's Day comments alone?
I don't think so.
No. We are working on getting an Easter bunny suit, just so you guys know. If you guys want to see me in an Easter bunny suit, let me know. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. It'll be a Good Friday. It'd be a Good Friday for an Easter pump. But the thing is that I want to know, like, when Ethereum's at $10,000, are people still going to be saying $2,500 by Valentine's Day?
No, you'll be good by then.
I'll be good by then.
It'll come around next Valentine's Day, though, for sure.
It'll be the big meme, you know, like.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Ethereum probably will hit $2,500 by Valentine's Day next year on the way back down. Yeah. Go to 25, and then it'll go back down to 2,500. Okay, so Ethereum extended its upward move. The price is now well above 1780 support. There's key bullish line. Forming with support near 1755 on the hourly chart. The pair could correct lower, but the bulls are likely to remain active near 1750. Now, what time was this written? That was 8 hours ago. Where did it actually go after the dumpage? It did drop this is the day chart. It dropped all the way down to 1773. Let's cross-check that with where it said some support was. Said key bullish trend line form of support near 1755. So seems to almost back that up. What did it say? 1774. 1755. Yeah, so it definitely stayed above that line, so that's pretty good. Ethereum remained in a bullish zone above that 1750. It broke the $1,800 and $1,820 resistance level. Price even spiked above 1850 resistance, and it settled nicely near the 100-hour simple moving average. A highest form near 1863. Let's see. It talks about the fib retracement here, 1787. If Ethereum fails to climb above the 1850 and 1860 resistance levels, it could correct lower. Right now coming at 1848, and if you look at this, where we've been in the last day, 1865 was a level that it did get rejected off of, creating that little hammer candle there, as you guys can see, which, is, a pretty bullish candle, I think, right? Like if you get that hammer candle, I'm not exactly sure what it qualifies as, but you would think that if it wicked down and came back up, that would be a pretty bullish candle, as opposed to a candle like this that's kind of like wicks on both sides. That's kind of an indecisive candle, if you will. Somebody says we should make it pretty good idea. ETH $2,500 by Valentine's Day NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I actually kind of like that. They do want the bunny suit, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
And they all said no, they're not going to stop giving you a hard time about it.
No, they're not.
So.
Yeah, guys, we might need to break up.
Oh, the sign fell down.
We might need to break up, guys. Here on Valentine's Day next year, we'll have to break up. So you will not be getting a Valentine's Day card from me next year. That may or may not have ETH NFTs built into them. What about lollipop NFTs? Can they make those? You know, the ones you put in the little card when you're a kid, you take. But by the way, guys, I had my heart broken on Valentine's Day as a child. Oh, so you guys are bringing up like a lot of bad things.
What happened?
Well, basically, when I was in the second grade, there was a girl that I really liked. This is kind of a heartbreaking story. It brings back some memories here. I mean, my wife is very thankful that I didn't marry my second grade crush. But Amanda Biffle in the kindergarten. Hope she doesn't sue me for telling this story. So we went to elementary school, and I thought she was really cute, always, from the time she showed up in first grade. And, for Valentine's Day, I was so excited to give her Valentine's Day card. I actually, you get the one you give to everybody. Well, I got her an extra special one with the big sucker in it, And, we had to go around and put the stuff on everybody's desk, 'cause that's how you did it. So I put it on her desk, okay? And I was so excited. And I came back to my desk. I said, I can't wait to see what she got me, right? Well, you guys know, when you're in elementary school, you're forced. Like, you want to talk about participation trophies. I mean, we were starting this in Valentine's Day. You had to give everyone a Valentine. You couldn't bring one for somebody and not for, the whole class. So you were supposed to have a Valentine for everybody. Amanda Biffle gave Valentine to every person but me.
Wow.
It was very sad. Broke my heart.
Savage.
Still been recovering from that all these years later. But I don't know how her, I don't know if her husband or boyfriend has a $10 million portfolio, but just saying, sorry, Amanda, you missed out. So, I don't know, maybe she made a good choice. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. So, it was a pretty sad story, though. It was pretty sad. I mean, it did have an effect on me as a child, for sure.
It's like the Grinch on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, she was a Grinch on Valentine's Day. I'm sure somebody watching this knows her at this point. She got a pretty unique name. I don't know what her last name is now. She's probably married to a somewhat poor guy. But will Affinity have its own token? Yes, Affinity will have its own token. Maybe we'll be able to cover some more of it tomorrow. I don't know. So, yeah, someone said oof. Yeah, get a little sad talking about that story. That was a rough one. That was a really rough one. It really did affect me a lot as a child. So, but, my wife is very thankful that Amanda had bad taste in men. So. Okay, so last story we got the UK, but you know what? Let's go to Twitter real quick, because I did want to show you guys something else. You can go ahead and move to the next thing, because nobody. Oh, look at Miss Teen Crypto responding to our thing there. How about that? Do we follow Miss Teen Crypto? I'll follow her for that. Thanks, Miss Teen Crypto, for that nice comment on my El Presidente tweet there. But I want to show you guys this. This is big news right here coming in. Obviously, we didn't talk about it yesterday. I can't remember exactly what time this launched. But Chipotle, this is going to be definitely much more interesting than crypto taxes. What does that say? If I can't remember the girl's name, does it count as a heartbreak? No. I remember all the girls that broke my heart as a child. There were a lot of them. But Amanda Biffle was the worst. She was the worst for sure. So can you sue someone for telling a true story in the second grade?
I think you're good.
I think I'm good. Amanda, no hate towards you. No hate, Amanda. Okay, so anyways, guys, they had this tweet yesterday, which, by the way, they pinned this. Bitcoin, anyone, burritos or, should probably pronounce that better, burritas or Bitcoin, burritas, coming soon for National Burrito Day. We actually have a Chipotle coming here to Ackworth, where studio is. It's going to be, and if you live near this area, there's a big Home Depot on Highway 41 here. And they used to have a gas station out front, a Home Depot gas station, and it failed. I guess the experiment didn't work, ran out of gas, if you will. And so, ironically, they're going to put in a restaurant that'll give you gas, which is Chipotle. So we're going to be getting one of these near us soon. But coming soon for National Burrito Day, they're going to be giving away $100,000 in Bitcoin, I think. Isn't that right?
I think so, yeah.
Let's see what it is here. Enter to win, no purchase or payment. Promotion begins on April 1st and ends at 6.
Yeah, $100,000.
It's only one day?
Probably.
Yeah.
National Burrito
9 a.m.
Day.
to 6 p.m. it looks like, Pacific time. I think they're giving away $100,000. Let's see what it says here. burritosorbitcoin.com. Privacy policy. Yeah, so I hear they're giving away $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, so pretty interesting stuff. So let's move on, talk about something. Michael, wouldn't you like to know what my pre-sale price was for that Eureka? We love Eureka. We think Eureka is a great project. I've been teasing this one for a while, actually. So if you guys want to find out more about Eureka, you guys can come check that out today. But I do want to say something to you guys. Okay. Now, the private sales that we get into probably don't want me to say this, but you guys know I'm honest and transparent. If you watched our Polkadot IDOs video, that was last night, right? What did I tell you guys? There's 3 opportunities for you to get involved in these projects, okay? Number 1, the launch. If you get in at the launch on these projects, you're going to do pretty well, okay? The second time frame you get in is a few hours after the launch. You're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked if you do that. Like, I bring no bones about it, okay? A lot of these projects that we get into that are private sales, like Eureka or Pokemon or Eternity, right? Like, when you get in these projects, it's actually... Look at that. Amanda holds XRP. That's good. At least TJ hates her too. But you know, the thing is that, you know, you don't want to FOMO into these things. I don't know why you guys act like I tell you to jump into these projects at the peaks of them. I try to tell you all guys and give you all common sense to know when projects launch, most of the time, they shoot straight up and then plummet down and find a bottom. And when they find that bottom, that is when, for those of you that do not get into private sales, which is the vast majority of people, the people that do not get in at the exact moment of launch for a lot of these projects, okay, wait until they bottom and get in. That's just common sense, guys. Don't go FOMO into something at the top and then the price drops and get mad at me. I tell you not to do that. Like, how clear can I be about that? Like, we don't do private sale and then turn around and sell everything like the private venture capitalist people do, because they do that. They're the ones that are dumping on you guys, by the way. If you didn't know, there's a lot of evidence to support that. It's not just me talking, okay? So Eureka is a project that we love. We're doing a video on it. We're very excited about it. It is the next evolution of NFT stuff. We are a big believer in Eureka, and I think it is going to be definitely something pretty good. So, okay, what is this? The engine...
They finally posted the announcement on it.
They posted the announcement. Okay, yeah. Cool.
It's engine.io/blog/efinity.
Okay. Guys, we'll talk about this, but I do just briefly, I want to talk about this for like 1 second, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we're to the zeros on crypto taxes, and crypto taxes are so boring. But I will tell you, I think next week we're going to have 2 crypto tax people on. So I know a lot of people want that content because you have questions. We're going to cover a lot of that.
Yeah.
But UK crypto taxation guidelines issued by Revenue and Customs Agency, which is kind of their watchdog over there. The UK's Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs has issued a crypto tax guideline for businesses. Regulations cover various assets and processes, and the long and the short of this is we are seeing more crypto regulations. We tell you guys all the time, do not hide your crypto. That is something you do not want to do. Look, if you made $3,000 on MetaMask and nobody can track it, you know what? You're probably not going to jail, okay? But for you guys that made $20,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, $300,000, $1 million, they're gonna come after you. So you want to be transparent, and you just don't want to lie. Like, why would you want to why would you want to have to live with the constant fear in the background? Just pay your taxes. We don't like doing it either. But don't be trying to hide from the government. That's not what we want to do. We want to come out and speak out about the atrocities of the government and of censorship. The SEC going after library. Obviously, Google and YouTube are behind that. There's no question about that. That's lobbyist stuff going on. If any token does have utility, it's library. You can literally use a token on the platform. So it's very clear monopoly that YouTube has going after them, okay? But we're going to speak out about that stuff. But you're never going to win against the government. So you definitely don't want to come out and hide stuff. So the UK's working on some of that stuff. But that's all I want to say on that regard. Where did I put that in here? Where did I put it? Can't find it. I know I put it in there, didn't I? Is this it? Okay, what is it? Can you give me the...
It's engine.io/blog/efinity.
Okay. No Atom price for the IBC announcement? I mean, are they coming out with Diet Root Beer? Because if they are, I'd be a big fan of it. I love Cosmos. I love Diet Root Beer. South Beach Rays energy drink, not the best, but we are a big fan of Rays. I've really been impressed with these in general. This one just isn't my cup of tea. It's my cup of Bang, or cup of Rays, sorry. Introducing Efinity, NFT blockchain on Polkadot. Built with Polkadot, Efinity is a next-generation blockchain for non-fungible tokens that will help humanity create a truly free, global digital economy. And we had a phone call, me and TJ did, with the Engine guys, which is cool. Like, I still get like a little fanboyed out with some of these, people in crypto, like, the guy that created the NFT, basically, like, to think of where I was like 4 years ago, like not really knowing that much about crypto, like knowing I missed out a big opportunity, and now to be able to have phone calls with these and be invited into some of these sales and do stuff like that, like, it's cool.
It is cool.
What's that?
I said it is cool. There's no two ways about it. Like you were saying, we watched all this news break years ago, watched all this stuff be created, and now you're sitting there talking to the people who made it happen. Yeah,
it's amazing. I mean, it really, my life is very surreal, and because of me, TJ's life is surreal as well. So I'm gonna get some sexy speed racers to come to I'll tell you what, if no ladies show up trying to shark TJ at the meetup, I will never let him hear the end of it. I've put him up on a platter for y'all ladies. Okay? I want him to get a good one. Okay? But actually, I don't know if I do, because you can work so long because you don't have...
That might take away from...
You just have me.
Yeah, that might take away from you.
Ladies, we have a no girls policy at Andretti's. I love you guys. This is such a great show. I think I love this show. I love doing this show. I do love TJ, and you might love him too. Just love him in the bear market. Okay. Total NFT trading volume in December 2020 was 12 million. Fast forward 3 months, and that number is well above $500 million. Wow. At this point, it's safe to assume that we will see billions of dollars in sold NFTs this year. And guys, we're reading this for the first time, so I'm not skimming through this. Like, I don't even know what this says. They just posted it. We're at a point in human history where NFTs are being brought to the mainstream audiences, carried on the wings of eagles, wings of everyone, from famous artists and musicians to global spanning brands and corporations to incredibly good-looking crypto YouTubers. This is incredible. Think about it for a second. We're currently experiencing the first major step toward a truly free, open global digital economy, one that blurs the lines between virtual and real, rewards creativity, and accelerates innovation. At Engine, there's never been a doubt that this time would come. After all, it's a future we've been working hard at creating, from bringing some of the first NFTs to life back in 2017 to creating the advanced ERC 1155 NFT standard. Our goal has always been to help accelerate the advent of a global spanning advanced virtual economy. God, this is really long. Maybe I should skim through it a little bit. God, that's a really long one. Yeah. Okay, so let's move down here. EFI, so Efinity, this is the ticker, EFI. The first paratoken on Polkadot. We're developing a new token standard called paratokens. Okay, like they got parachains on Polkadot. That's the multi-chain ecosystem. Now we have a new token standard called paratokens. This is huge, which will be compatible with the entire Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem. Don't sleep on Kusama. Efinity token will be the first ever paratoken. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. Any price prediction for ERN, by the way, somebody says, I love Ethereum. I think it will go to $400 to $400. I think it will, if not more. I think 500 is actually a target I've been looking at the top. But, the circulating supply is increasing a little bit, so that's having an effect on it as well. But, definitely think it's going to be massive. With a total supply of 2 billion, and by the way, Eternity and Efinity are totally different projects, and I like them both, but I do want to point that out. They have nothing to do with each other, even though they have very similar names. With a total supply of 2 billion, it will be used to pay transaction fees, vote in governance events, and maintain the liquidity of fungible and non-fungible tokens on the network. So let's see, they've got a market maker for liquidity. I'm just trying to this is such a long blog post, so much here. I was hoping it'd be a little shorter.
Everything people need to know about Efinity. So if they want to go
to the link. Yeah. Go to engine.io/blog/Efinity. I can't just literally read you guys the entire thing here. They're going to have staking, purposeful synergy between EFI and Engine. This is a little bit about the ecosystem, what it's going to look like. But it's going to be good stuff, guys. And it's kind of like the way that I think it was explained to us, right, was like it's a multi-chain highway for NFTs.
Correct.
Think about that. The NFTs that are built on Ethereum and stay on Ethereum, that's not the way things will be in the future. You'll actually be able to trade cross-chain NFTs. Think about that. So anyways, guys, I think that's all we got for today. This is a big announcement. And obviously, this is breaking news about Efinity. They're going to be putting out more stuff. It's going to be becoming tradable if it's not right now, very soon. So something we're going to be watching out for. Sure, we'll have more content on it in the future. So if you guys want to know more about this, we are heavily involved in this one. We definitely can't wait to give you guys more information as it comes out. Jay Sanchez has thoughts on Ecomi, Synthetics, and Chainlink. I own all three of them. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't own any Ecomi. I told you guys that. I do own Synthetics and Chainlink, and I am bullish on Ecomi, but I do not own any Ecomi. All right, guys, that's all we got. Love you guys. This is a developing space. We can't wait to tell you more about what's happening. Ladies, make sure to show up and try to steal TJ from me. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.